Greetings, everyone. It's been a long time. We've started once again another installment of the Impromptu podcast. The name is Saito here, and I'm joined by once again another reoccurring guest, Bram, and a newcomer. Here comes a new challenger. It's Welkin.
Yo, what up?
Yo, is he DLC?
Yeah, I'm unpaid.
Yo, he's DLC shit.
I come on the disc.
Oh damn, he crossed second now.
You just gotta beat story mode to unlock me.
Okay, never mind. Okay, he's
I'm stuck.
He's Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
Blazer blue.
But I can pay $2 to get you right off the map. I don't want to play the story mode, right?
You could, yeah, you could.
So, that's how we work. That's how we roll in the world of the arcs and the systems of work.
System.
So how have you guys been doing?
Good. A lot of work. Mostly work. Honestly, work is tough.
Adult life, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's just being an adult that's basically what I've been up to. What can you do? Pays the bills.
There's weathers, yeah, it's pretty important. It's I don't think it's everybody's favorite thing in the world. I don't know. So I'm sure somebody out there like it definitely enjoys waking up every day. I don't think it's me.
I like to meet them.
Yeah.
Like, what's the secret, man? Tell me.
How do you do it?
I need to know. This is not negotiable.
Yeah, I guess it could depend on what you have to do. Even then, though, like even people who play games for a living, I'm sure they get burned out, don't they?
No, definitely. I would say.
Yeah.
From,
any kind of work, like even if it's something you enjoy, like sooner or later, when it is work, like sooner or later you're still gonna be like, alright, I gotta do this thing now. Like even for myself, like doing.
Yeah, the moment it becomes a chore, yeah.
Yeah. That was me when I would play things like, and that was quote unquote trying to get kind of competitive-ish and like fucking like a lot of like not fighting games, but I used to play like freaking like Shooting Star Rockman and Rockman XC.
Right.
I used to try and get somewhat quote unquote competitive for that, to the point that like I actually used to make like call out videos and shit on YouTube where I'd be like, yo, I have a fucking big ass streak of wins and no one's beaten me, so come and take me on. And I actually would list like the list of people who have challenged me and if they won or didn't win, and I'd even put like markers if I beat them in like one single turn, like literally one turn kill, like start the match, round one start, fucking dead, or if I didn't take a single hit or something like that too. I put that stuff on there. And I remember when by the time that was over, I actually had my record was 71 wins and one single loss. Guess who that loss was?
Oh, I think I already know who it is, but
Ian.
yeah, I figured.
Went by an alias and just fucking beat my ass. And she was like, "Hey, you like getting your ass beat by that Ofcuss noise, huh?" And I was like, "Wait, who Ofcuss?" I was like, "It was you." I said, "Yes."
Yo, Metal Gear? No way.
Psycho Mantis?
Impossible.
Oh, Mantis.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Coded.
Mantis.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Well, I'm a young boy, so I don't have any work. But ever since the last time I was on, I've had exams. Those went okay, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those went alright. And then I had Christmas and whatever, New Year's.
The usual.
Crembes.
Yeah, not much. Just new semester of school and not much else really. Life is life. Just messing about. Well, besides messing about, I've been trying to play a lot more Jubei in Central Fiction. I really do enjoy the character, and I was actually showing off some of the things I've been doing recently to a few friends here in the scene.
Start with you, as you, the first person who's been playing stuff then.
Well, I've got a lot of new games recently. I got fed. I unfortunately haven't really had the time to did get that recently. Recently, Darksiders and Deus Ex were free on PSN, so I've mostly been playing those two.
Darksiders 2, correct?
It's not my first time playing Mankind Divided, but, you know, I actually did like that game. For all the flaws I do think it has regarding its story, you know, its story does have a few issues that kind of bother me, and I know it's kind of sequel bait.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It is what it is. But it was a fun game. I was like, you know what? I might as well play it again. I did have fun playing it. Yeah.
I don't think I've played that one yet. I want to say no.
It's like all yellow and robots and stuff.
Oh, nice. Favorite kind.
Yeah.
Just what I need.
Illuminati and robots and stuff.
Illuminati, robots, RPG mechanics, and a shooter at the same time.
Just what I needed.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty dope. And if you've got PS Plus, it's still free right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you can also play a pacifist run, so you can get your frisk on.
Yeah, you can choose if you want to go Rambo or you straight up don't want to kill anybody. So yeah, it's very cool. Speaking of PS Plus, you got the open Dragon Ball FighterZ beta tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a thing. That's probably gonna be really hard to get into though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. That's the thing, right? Because like even like today I was on, and even during the closed beta, like so many of the worlds are already full.
Oh, wow.
Like 64 out of 64, like 4 out of 5 at least.
Dragon
It's
Ball.
crazy. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, Dragon Ball, right?
Oh, so you're
That's
saying
what gets people in.
You're telling me that Dragon Ball is popular? Whoa!
No.
Shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. You're telling me? Oh my god, man! I thought like it's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this game's gonna be. No one's gonna buy this game. They want their Xenoverse and they want their Dragon Ball Heroes Ultimate Mission X.
I don't know, man. Dude,
Probably not, dude.
Dragon Ball Heroes is awesome. It's like it gives me the wonder of all the Dragon Ball canon. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell? It's not a Hadouken. It's a Ki Blast. Come on.
Oh my goodness, I remember that. Xenoverse is it's a pretty nice fan game. I think like a fan service game, but
Universe, yeah, I can see
If
that.
it was a fan game, it'd be impressive.
sorry, my bad, not fan game, but yeah, it would be. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I meant to say fan service. It's a good fan service game.
Damn right, yeah.
It's like the JoJo games, I would say. They're very good fan service games, but when it comes to actual gameplay, there is not a lot of depth. It's like a kiddie pool, and that's okay. But like you've got to get out of the kiddie pool at one point. I mean, unless you don't want to.
Yo,
If you don't want to, then
the thing
it is what.
you have to respect the canon. I mean, remember Budokai 3? Piccolo was top tier, man. Come on, but respect the canon though. Yamcha shouldn't win fights, but respect the canon.
Yamcha is never gonna beat anybody. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Yamcha is actually low tier.
Oh, yeah.
Yamcha's pretty sick though. Yamcha actually looks pretty sick, no lie. I don't know
He
about-
actually does look cool.
I feel like that's like the biggest meme. Like Japan memes Yamcha way better than we ever could hope to. So like,
Yeah, bro.
it's to me it's like night and day. Like I knew they're gonna make him good, or make him at least look good. They're not. They're gonna meme him up, but like you know for a fact they're gonna make him good.
Yeah, he does. He does seem pretty solid, honestly. Like his tools are. I don't know. This is all impressions. I haven't like gotten a chance to actually play him. It's all these visual impressions.
He just looks cool, which is like more than most would have expected, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's just a jobber. He's not gonna look cool. But in reality, he does look neat. Honestly, he's one of the guys I was like, damn, cool. Look at this guy go.
Honestly, this is really vanilla, but I'm actually kind of feeling Goku. He's got a lot of tools. He's very well rounded, good character overall. Honestly,
Goku,
like,
yeah, holy moly.
Because
I like. Right, yeah.
no, you go first. You go.
Just he seems alright in general. Like I don't, obviously it's like day minus 5,000. Nobody knows the meta, and anybody who says they do probably doesn't. It's just he seems pretty okay, and it's Goku. Like how can you go wrong?
It's the truth.
Yeah. For myself, like I know for this beta thing, like I have 2 out of the 3 from my team that can be playable there because they got 18. They have Canadian. but I'll try out like regular Goku because like I guess I might as well try him out until the real game lets me play Goku Blue.
Yeah. I would like Goku Blue is pretty fast from what I've seen. I want to try a lot of characters out. Honestly, it's just so I know that some of them I'm probably not going to main or like whatever, but I would like to at least give them a fair shot before I say like yes I'm maining them. No, I'm not maining them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, characters like him or even Frieza. Like Frieza looks pretty okay. I would like to give him a shot. I doubt I'd main him, but I would like to give him a shot. I think a lot of characters are pretty good, and that's a far cry from what we heard when the game was first revealed. Obviously, everybody thought the game looked pretty, and it still does.
Yeah, talking about how they said that certain characters were just going to be strictly better than others just because of who they are. I remember hearing about something about that at one point.
Yeah, me too, but not necessarily that. Just the first 6 that were announced were relatively homogenous. I mean, not really, obviously not, but they were pretty basic characters.
Vegeta, Goku, the basics, right?
Yeah, Vegeta, Goku, like Cell, all that stuff, like Gohan, like, and they all played like very, very basic. I'm gonna use this term, functions, very basic functions.
The word. The funny thing about it is that honestly, like marketing wise, it was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It's ever been said. Like, one of the worst things you can ever say in the world. But like, as like a person who plays like fighting games like that, what he said was smart. Was actually true. Like I myself honestly am someone who is a quote unquote functions person for fighting game characters. Like I myself choose characters for how they play like and things like that. Their fun factor, what their moves are, things like that. More so than like who they are for the most part. Which is funny because like there's some people who I know who I won't name names, but some people like try to like fucking they get pissy at me because like, oh my god, you're almost always constantly picking female characters, and I'm like, that's just the way a cookie crumbles. They happen to be really fun to use. Like, I'm sorry.
They use
blasphemy. They happen to have. They happen to lack a penis. Like, okay, who cares?
Dude, waifus were a mistake. What are you talking about?
Oh,
yeah, man. It's funny, like the function thing. Like we say it as a joke, but to be honest, yeah, like you guys said, like it has some real value. Like it's actually like legitimate thing. Like the function of, I like the character that. Like the zoning character, that's a function of it of itself. Like zoner with long range normals, like what is Dalsum to a character like kind of like actually Kid Buu, because Kid Buu has some of those long reaching normals. Like if you like that, then that's you like a long arm function. Like you can do whatever you want with it. Right? Honestly, you can do whatever you want with it. It's cool though.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's like
it started out as a meme, but to be honest, it's actually pretty good.
It's not necessarily false. Like like, hey, who's the Shoto of the game? I want to play the Shoto. Who's the Russian?
And that's a function of itself too, right?
Who's the gorilla of the game? All that stuff. Some people just like zoners or
where's the gorilla function?
Some people just really like set play or something.
It's true. Yeah.
But like telling people that nobody actually cares who the character is.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little. They took that one a step too far.
A little over. Like first of all, like in a marketing team, marketing strategy, like you should never ever say that. Even if it is true, you should never say that. And honestly, it is partly true, but it's not 100% true because some people legitimately just play characters they like.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes people just play a character they like. Like, if they're not viable or they're good but they're not amazing, they might have a sub to back it up or something. But like, a lot of times people will just, or they're gonna work their butts off and just keep at it because they like the character.
It's true.
They like the design, they like the story, the aesthetic, the way they, their animations, their whatever. A lot of things about it. That's the way I am with Ragnar, anyways. Jin is ultimately always, not always, but for the last couple of years, he's been a better Shoto than Ragnar has ever been. But I don't care. I'm sorry. I think Jin is kind of boring. And I know that's funny coming from a Ragnar main, but I just don't. He doesn't click with me. He doesn't click with me. I know how to play him, but he never doesn't click with me at all.
I remember before I kind of fully settled in on playing Hakumen, Even I myself was sitting there going like, maybe I want to play Jin because he's really good. He's pretty high tier, solid character. I start playing it and I'm like, this kid, he's not fun. I don't like this guy. I don't like how he feels. He's not
like he doesn't feel right. I mean, maybe to some people he does, and honestly, good on you. You're playing a good character. You're better than I am, but
it didn't feel good to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the whole point. Like I'm playing it, so if I don't like it, then fuck if I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
I don't care how good it is.
Like, I don't like.
As long as survival.
Yeah. Like even though, like for example, like well, I'll go into this little thing and then we have to, move on a little bit because Welkin hasn't said his game stuff yet and I haven't said mine. So like, the thing I'll say is like, I know that like maybe for now the next like maybe 3-4 days, Balrog and Laura were like the best characters in freaking Street Fighter V, according to most people. And I guess some people say now Birdie is one of the best, but we'll see. But I'll say, but prior to that, prior to Arcade Edition coming out, but people say, oh my god, these characters are so good, they're so good, they're so easy, they're so good, and I'm like, but I don't like them. They don't feel good for me to play. I don't want to play these characters. Like just the way they feel when I played them for like survival when I used to try and get fight money before Capcom took it all away from me because that's that's fun. But I didn't like how they played. I was just like, they're not fun. Like this isn't whatever. Like give me back my car game. I want to feel like I actually matter in this fucking world.
And she ends up being really good anyway, so that's not a big deal.
But anyways, welcome. What have you been playing lately?
Okay. When I have the time, what have I been playing? Video game related, right?
We could go card games and motorcycles if you want to.
Well, Vanguard, but I'll stick to video games. Video games. What have I been playing? So, Blaze Blue, a bit obviously. I had a few days off over the Christmas break, so I played that a couple times. Like a couple days straight, I was playing. So Blaze Blue, PS4. What else on my PS4 was I playing prior to that? I was playing some Nioh. Nioh's super fun, or Nioh, however you want to say it.
It's like the Dark Souls.
It's literally it's my Dark Souls Onimusha function. Honestly, no doubt. Like honestly.
Your Weeb Souls.
Yeah,
Weeb Souls.
Super fun game though. Highly recommend it. If you like Dark Souls, if you like the idea of a Dark Souls game that's in feudal Japan, because you're a weeb like me, then boom. Slam dunkaroo. And what have I been watching? Does that have to be anime or can it be Kitchen Nightmares?
Yo, that's a good one.
Fucking fucking
honestly, Gordon Ramsay's
what a legend.
He really is, man. He really is. Takes his hands, puts them right next to your face. What are you? An idiot sandwich. Got him. I love it. But to be fair, like the UK version is by far my favorite one. It's just there's not so much of the sound effects and the big drama. It's a lot more down to earth, a lot more real talk. Like this is what you need to do, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But other than that, honestly, a lot of work. I haven't had too much time to play the video
games.
But Dragon Ball FighterZ is in the beta, so I'm gonna play that for a bit. And then Monster Hunter World, that's gonna be like when that launches. That's what I'm gonna be playing the majority of my time with. So Blaze Blue will probably fall to second place, and then first off will be
Monhon.
Definitely, or actually maybe even FighterZ. I don't even know because they come out actually around the same time, if not the same day. So.
Same day, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I was hoping I get a couple days to dip my foot in the whirlpool before FighterZ came out, so I could, dedicate some more time. But we'll see what happens. That's it for me.
As for myself, try to first think about it because I actually sometimes forget. Playing a bit of on the Switch, I've been playing this one game called Blossom Tale, or Blossom Tales. I'm not sure if that's the exact name for it. It's honestly like what's the word for it? It's literally like Link to the Past and like classic style Zelda, but it's like
old school
style looking like classic style Zelda. Really fun game. I haven't gotten too far into it because I like just got it, but that's a good game too. I'm playing a lot of Fire Emblem Musou on the Switch as well. So I found that for really cheap, like unbelievably cheap.
Right.
I work at Best Buy and stuff, so like they have like a discount thing, and then they also, because like a bunch of people, we worked on like Boxing Day, so they're like, hey, you know, that's thanks. They gave like some, I guess the dude there just gave like freaking just to us like PPE people, the people who are in the product placement thing in the back. He gave like freaking like gift cards and shit to us. So we're like, all right then, let's see. I started like seeing like, you know, what can I get discounts on here, what's there, and they ended up getting like Fire Emblem Musou because it was like actually the cheapest thing there. Like, if it weren't for how cheap I got it, I would never have gotten this game, to put it that way. Because like, frankly, the roster choices for Fire Emblem Musou kind of pissed me off because like
it's a little unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, no Hector.
No Hector, no Sigurd, no like there's a bunch of characters that it's weirdly missing for some reason.
They definitely, I assume they slanted it more towards the newer games, right?
Because they're the more
like 90, the fresh faces.
Yeah, most of it is Awakening and Fates. But
that's awful.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, a fair game, like, you want your current market to see current characters.
It's fair. Like, that's so easy way to sell product. Because, like, oh, I remember that guy. I just played that game.
Like, you know, like, I know that guy, right? But, like, honestly, I think having the significant characters of a lot of different eras of your game would be a better, like, balance.
I figured at least one, like, each main character from each series, obviously. Seems fair. And then after that, do whatever you want. But, you know, not every even game was even represented, for God's sakes. Come on now. Like, where was my Thracia 776 representative? Nowhere.
Nowhere. Like, there's no Leaf, there's no Sigurd, there's no...
None of them. I don't want to.
So that's kind of weird to me. But honestly,
it's kind of heartbreaking.
But the gameplay itself, it actually is like one of the better Musou games out there. Like, I know it's just insane because it's a fucking Musou game, but I'm saying, like, it feels a lot nicer. It feels a little more like smooth. It's way better than the Hyrule Warriors was, in all honesty.
Really? That's good then. That's good to hear.
Since you basically can play, like, once you get like a proper party, you can swap between 4 different characters, and then like cool. In total you can have 8 characters like on your team, but the other 4 are like kind of like on their own, but you can have them pair up with your other people as well if you really want to. But what's cool is that like you can pause the game and then like choose like locations where you want them to be, like order them around and stuff. So like you can have like, say, like most of the time when I play, I just play Lucina and just use her the entire time, and I just have orders on everybody else to do whatever. So like I'm Lucina, I'm going to this base, kill this guy. I'll send Mars, he'll go and, you know, kill this gatekeeper guy and go to this base so it can open up the gates for this area here. While he's doing that, I'll have Celica go, you know, attack this group of reinforcements to stop them from like ambushing us. She's hitting those guys. And then while she's doing that, I got Takumi in the back supporting her at the same time. And I got Marks, you know, doing like an actual straight up like rush alongside of Lucina. And little things like that. It's cool. It feels like Fire Emblem while still being a Musou game.
Yeah, there's like some real strategy behind it and not just go in there and beat up a bunch of red shirts.
Go in, like, yeah, exactly. It's pretty unfortunate.
So
that's cool though.
It's really well done. I'm glad that it also has freaking, what's it called? It has dual audio, so I got, you know, actual good voice acting. We got, you know, your boy Raigu man as freaking Chrome. We got all the other stuff. We got the voice actor of like Fei Long and Hiro Yui and all this other anime. We got him doing the voice for Mars again. It's the same guy since like Melee, but it's like it's cool to see him come back again. There's a bunch of like AAA freaking anime voice actors in Japanese version voices, honestly.
Yo, it's dope. It's good to know.
That's really cool. Definitely want to pick up a Switch at some point, but we'll see.
I think it's a pretty good long-term investment.
Yeah.
I think it will be, honestly. I really do.
Especially since like there's like all the stuff they've been announcing lately, and all the other
that's what I'm saying.
Something that a lot of people like are kind of pissy about. They're like, especially this recent Nintendo Direct. They're like, oh my god, look at all these Wii U ports coming out on the Switch. And I'm like, where were you people?
When the Wii U was a thing.
No, one, where were you when the Wii U was a thing? You guys weren't even there. Two, these same people were praising high to hell freaking the PS4 and during its first year when it had like no games, but all of the games it had were freaking ports of like PS3 games and shit. And I'm like, dude, like, how come you guys weren't saying shit about that before? So like, come on, man. Now you're gonna bitch about because the Switch has it. And the thing about the Switch is that at least the Switch versions for these like ports, they're actually not only they're making the games better, they're complete editions for like certain games. They have DLC and stuff like that. Because some of these other ports that remaster and stuff like that weren't their complete editions. But I won't get into that. But they're complete editions. They have they're like fixed up better ports, and then on top of that, they actually also have new content on top of that too. Something that these other games didn't do.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart had like new characters and stages. They have proper like real-ass battle modes, which was missing in the Wii U version. It's got like Splatoon shit in there, which is pretty cool. Like Zelda Musou, it's gonna have it has everything that was in both the Wii U version and the 3DS version. So it has like a bunch of new characters. It has a bunch of extra things and new modes, like the fairy thing, where you take care of a fairy and you get like stat boosts and stuff. It's got and it has its own extra new content on top of that, because you can swap between 4 characters in that one too, which was a feature in the 3DS version. Which the 3DS version had that feature because of technology constraints, but the Switch version is using that as like, hey, we did this in Fire Emblem and Musou, we're gonna put this into Hyrule Musou now too. So it has that too, and then on top of that, there also is like extra costumes based off like Breath of the Wild and shit too. So like, it's new content. Then we got.
That's always good.
Yeah, so it's cool. Like, they're actually making the remaster or the reports actually worth it, and not just, oh, we're gonna throw, this PS2 game, force the resolution to 720p, give me $60. Like, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh god, that fits to a little, like, one too many games. I actually don't know what game you're talking about, because that's happened to a lot of games.
Exactly.
It's quite unfortunate. I will say though, like, even with the added content, some people might feel like they're being forced to buy the same game again.
Yeah.
And I understand where they're coming from, but if you've already experienced it, then, like, it is what it is. You've already played it.
Yeah.
This is for people who did. Because let's be honest here, I apologize. The Wii U did have a decent library, but it wasn't the most successful Nintendo console. I don't think there's any tiptoeing around that.
Yeah, it didn't do very well.
Right, and the Switch is doing pretty well, and if they could at least get the good games they had on the Wii U, if they could get those on the Switch, that would be nice. Like, I think that'd be nice.
The funny thing about the Switch is that, like, it's already, like, it's been not even a full year since it's come out. Its sales has already surpassed the Wii U.
Excuse me.
Its sales total have already surpassed the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Yeah.
So like, that's a lot of people who potentially didn't ever play these Wii U games. So like, maybe you hardcore Nintendo people, you bought the games, you bought the DLC, you did whatever. Yeah, great. What about the other like freaking 15 million people or so whatever more? I don't even know how much the number is now. But all those other people, there's a lot of people of them who never played these games, who never had a Wii U, never played these games, or their friends were like, fuck the Wii U, we're not going to buy that. So they didn't play it either. So this is their first time experiencing all these games. So to them, they're just getting these amazing games for pretty decent prices with oodles and oodles of fucking content. Because Nintendo seems to do this thing where either, especially with the Wii U era, either the game had like unbelievably a crazy amount of like content, or it was Mario Party, not Mario Party, either it was Mario Party 10 or Mario Tennis Ultra Smash.
Right.
Either one of those two.
Tennis hype though, for real, like actually hype.
What, Mario Tennis Aces?
Yeah, my.
Oh yeah, that game looks tasty.
Yeah, actual hype.
Actual hype. I'm actually hyped for that, especially now it has a story mode again, just like the portable games did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me though, I remember I didn't get a Wii U because, to be honest, I wasn't really attracted to the console. But there were a few games that made me go, ah, damn, I kind of wish I had one. And a friend of mine did have one, so I went to his place. I played Smash a little bit because it was new at the time. I was like, yo, Smash 4, bro. Bayonetta 2, that was a big one. I was like, yo, this game. And like, I didn't have a Wii U, so I was like, yo, is it okay if I like stay over the whole weekend and just like, like, yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. I really did enjoy it. And there's a bunch of other games I'm sure that I'm not listing. I don't want to list every single one, but yeah, you know, and there's no way I'm the only one on this boat. I'm like, I know quite like a handful of people who have a Switch who didn't have a Wii U, from all over the world, North America, Europe, Middle East, like all over the world, and I'm sure there's no way I'm the only one. Like, come on. So, and you know, Nintendo, you know, they're a business. Ultimately, they're a business, and this is really too scummy. It's just, like they're not doing the Sony tactic. And I have a PlayStation. I always have had a PlayStation. I do like Sony, but I'm being honest. At least they're adding content to it, unlike Sony. Like, you know, pretty lucky stars like that they keep doing that. Like, nobody's asking them to. They could be like Sony, but they aren't. So, kudos to Nintendo. Honestly, for all the flack I've given them like 2 years ago or something, they've really picked up. So you know what? Like, if you fix your act, then you fix your act. I can't say anything about that. Way to go! Honestly, like every month or so, I keep thinking, wow, damn it, I really should get a Switch, and then I'm like, ah. But honestly, it is a good long-term investment. Like, if you have the time and or money or don't have a console, you should probably like get a Switch. It's fun. Like, unless you're looking for Sony exclusives or like, you know, AAA titles that won't make it to the Switch. And honestly, Nintendo's done a good job of making sure that a decent amount of titles do make it to the Switch. Unless you're specifically looking for those games, and you don't have a good PC to run them, you know, then maybe you could skip out on the Switch. But otherwise, you know, it's probably a good investment, and I'd say it's worthwhile.
But the thing is, though, what's also about the Switch, you gotta get that must-have title, man. I mean, everyone who has a Switch has to get Cardinal's Revenge, man. Come on.
God, Cardinal's Revenge is actually really fun.
Exactly. Everyone's gotta get it. But yeah, the last thing I've been playing lately, honestly, it's one of those things that I love. I don't know. I was never too big of a fan of this game. I honestly still am not too big of a fan of the game in comparison to the rest of the franchise, but I've been popping in every now and then. I just pop in fucking Rockman 2, Dr. Wily no Nazo, or original Mega Man 2. Since I recently got it on like really cheap on the freaking, like on eBay or whatever. It was like stupidly cheap.
Yeah.
Like, normally I see this game, even the Japanese version, usually for Famicom titles, the Japanese versions are like way cheaper than like getting a North American release, but even Famicom fucking Rockman 2 was like usually like 70 plus, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then this random person is like, oh, Rockman 2, like $2 and like $7 freaking shipping, and I'm like, what?
Damn.
I'm like, this has to be a bootleg, right? And I'm like, I don't even care, I'll try it. I get it, I'm like, this is a legit ass cartridge. What is wrong with this person? I'm like, alright, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm like, yeah, the back label where it shows like the warning labels and shit like that, all in Japanese, a little scuffed, but I mean, who cares? Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Whoever owned this cartridge smoked a little bit, so it's a little yellow, but who gives a shit? Everything else is great. So like, I'm playing that a little bit, but that's about it for me. Let's move into our first topic. It's the big one, the big topic of everything in the world. Your boy, big blue boy, he back. Mega fucking Man 11 announced.
Yeah, that was how we ended the last one, and that turned out pretty well, fortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like before the last one, the night before, I was sitting there, I'm like, just freaking this freaking anniversary stream is gonna be nothing. I'm sitting there like, oh, get ready for the fucking Mega Man action figure extravaganza and all this stuff. And no, Capcom, they pulled through. They really pulled through. It's something I find weird about, like, for the most part with them, is that their everything else stuff they do really well. Like Resident Evil's great right now. Ace Attorney is doing pretty good, relatively good.
Very good, yeah, very good.
Monster Hunter's doing phenomenally, and then now they're doing good with Rockman again. It's only their fighting game division that seems to be doing not too hot.
Yeah, honestly.
From what I've been hearing, Arcade Edition is gonna hopefully alleviate that, but we'll see. It comes out in like freaking 2-3 days. Yeah. So
it's weird. Like a lot of smack talk has been obviously leveled at Capcom from the fighting game guys, you know, because that's their area that they care about.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, Resident Evil 7 was a fantastic game. Monster Hunter World is really great, fantastic. Mega Man 11, God forbid, like anyone thought that would ever happen.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That
was dumb.
It's like not only is like Rockman 11, Mega Man 11 actually happening. Like I myself right now, like the only reason why I haven't pre-ordered the game yet is simply I'm waiting for the coming soon tab on the Switch, like
oh, just to make I got
Switch shop thing. I'm waiting for it because I noticed the Japanese page, or the Japanese eShop tends to update and put more titles in their coming soon page than the English one for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that tab to appear to see if in the languages tab on there, if it says English and Japanese, not just Japanese, because me personally, because of the way how when I was brought up, how I grew up with this franchise, just like that, I had a weird like background with it, where like part of me played, you know, back and forth between Rockman and Mega Man. So like me personally, I want to pick up Rockman 11, not Mega Man 11. You know what I mean? And like historically speaking, they've had way better looking box art and stuff like that for the Rockman versions of these games than the Mega Man. You know what I mean? But if the game doesn't have dual, if it's not like, you know, dual language like other Switch games tend to be, which that's what they try to do a lot of times. They don't usually like to be like, oh, one language, that's it, unless the game's not getting localized. But if it's not, then I'll pick up the fucking English pleb version.
Yo, plebeian Westerbu version.
But what's also nice,
lesser humans.
What I thought was also nice is that not only is that coming, they're also like, yo, by the way, X1 to 8 all coming to the Switch.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah.
Was good.
The only thing that's making me like monkey's paw worried is they didn't say X1 to 8 if it's a collection or if it's individual titles yet. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Because like, if it's like, you know, all 8 games for like $40, fuck yeah, I'm jumping on that shit. But if it's like individuals, I'm like, what the fuck? The only thing I want is X8 then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me personally, like I love X1, 2, and 3. X4 was pretty good. X5 was alright. X6 was, it was a thing. X7 makes me want to kill myself every time I remember it's a game. And then X8 was great. I loved X8. But like, if I was to choose individual titles, I'd probably only get X3 and X8. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the two that really stuck with me. Like, whenever I think Mega Man X music, for some reason, like, other people go like, oh, I think of, you know, the highway stage and all this like that. But to me, immediately, always opening stage on X3. To me, that's Mega Man music, or X music. But, you know,
yeah, for me, it's like Storm Eagle or that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, just feels like X to you.
Yeah.
At least that's for me. That's how I interpret it.
But I always felt like Boomerang Koanger, his theme, or I forget what they called him in the Japanese version. Also, it's been so long. But, oh shit! Oh, okay. Thank you to Thomas Cat 258 for following.
Did you get scared by your own? Did you get scared?
I got fucking jump scared again.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Okay.
Got him.
Alright, so
where were we?
Boomerang Koanger. His theme, to me, it feels like the bridge between classic and X style music. Because if you listen to it, it feels more like a classic style game song than like X. You know what I mean? Because it's more, much slower, more pacey, whatever. But like, it's a good. All the games have like a really great soundtracks. Honestly, most of them.
It's the truth, yeah.
It's very hard for me to go and listen to like nearly any Mega Man soundtrack and be like, oh, this song sucks. It's very rare that happens. Like,
yeah, there may be one or two, but you know, it's a good outlier.
Yeah, like I can't think of too many games out there that have like almost their entire soundtrack is like amazing. I mean, there's another game that comes into my mind, but you know, that's just me.
Yeah, Sting Chameleon's a good one too, for sure. Sting Chameleon, Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle is probably one of my favorite themes, for sure.
Yeah,
theme, that's a good one. Also, yeah.
But yeah, that's a great thing there. Now we've gone into that.
Undertale. Oh my god.
That's a good one. So gone into that. Another bit of positivity is Street Fighter V Arcade Edition is looking pretty good. What's your guys' take on that? Especially after
Ryu back in the game.
Yo, Ryu's in the game.
Yo, Fong is in the game. What? Like, okay, so hear me out. Your boy Fong is all about the 2 motif, you know, number 2, all that good stuff.
Yep.
You know, he didn't come back in season 2. No, he wasn't added to the game season 2. He was added into the game 2 years later. Your boy Fong back at it again. Your boy Fong. It only took 2 years to have 2 0 V triggers to 2 V triggers.
What's his V trigger 2 anyway? I actually don't know it.
I believe his V trigger 2 buffs his specials and it lets them be cancelable into his little dash, his command dash.
Ooh.
So so it's pretty good. Like his special. I'm not sure if they work like EX moves, but they are buffed essentially. Like kind of like Akuma's or whatever, or Ryu's or whatever, right? And you get special cancel stuff. And the first V trigger, I think it's a little bit better now. And his V skill works like it has actual hit stun if you're in V trigger 1, which means you can control the air and the ground like relatively.
Oh wow!
And that's really strong, honestly, because like it's such a slow moving projectile, and that's very annoying if it has hits, right? And not to mention his range is pretty solid, and it seems like he's gotten overall buffs to his damage and range. And you know, obviously everybody else losing throw loops is ultimately a buff to him because his defense wasn't amazing. So
yeah, it's true. Especially once you're in your grill, it's over.
Right. Yeah. So yeah,
it was at least.
The boy Fong back in the game. Ryu back in the game.
Give him a shot.
I'm hoping that there are some fundamental issues that probably will never be solved. But you know, as long as they can work on what they can get. I really want them to get it right. I really do want them to get it right.
Like, I'm looking at it, it looks pretty good. What's it called? Besides, Besides Blanca, I'm really liking all the season 3 characters shown so far. Like, even the new characters. Like, Falk looks pretty cool. Like, her design looks cool.
Yeah, she looks cool.
G looks hilarious. And then, like, Sakura, I love her new design. Like, I love that she's actually properly aged up.
Yeah, it's true. She's
they hinted at it in like 4, but she still looked the same. Just now, she looks properly aged up. She looks like fucking adorable. Like,
she looks really good.
I can't even like deny that. She looks adorable. I want to pinch those cheeks like.
Well, it depends on which costume you put her in. To be honest.
Yeah, her gi costume doesn't look very good actually.
Actually, that's the one I want to use the most.
It looks okay. Really? My least favorite is the one where like she's got the Capcom hat.
Oh, the baseball one. I like that one. Yeah.
Come on, think about it. She's working at a freaking. She's looking at an arcade all day. You gotta listen to all the smelly freaking otaku guys like yo, asobo, and she's like,
that's fine, but like, why is her face so different than the default?
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yo, maybe she's
stressed,
man.
Honestly, the baseball cap one looks whack.
Yeah.
The gi one, she doesn't look like she fits in the suit actually, so I don't like that one. But her default,
Her default
Her default is like waifu status. Like,
dude, hella cute. It's so adorable.
Default's
I would
pretty
never not play. That would never not play that one. If you don't play the default, we're gonna have a problem.
But I want to use the gi though. I want that
The
Yuri.
Gi one, it just
I want
just
that
looks
Yuri
weird.
Sakazaki life, man. Come on.
It just looks like she. Yeah, it looks like Yuri. Honestly, like she looks like a little kid in it.
Yo, I love
That's
that.
why I don't
you,
like
you know
it.
Me, you know me and Yuri, man.
I know
I go
that.
way
I
back.
know
That's my
that.
first main. Fun fact. My first ever fighting game, proper like actual main.
Oh yeah.
And not just dabbling random characters. It was Yuri. So to me,
Yeah,
that's
Yuchi.
Yeah,
Yuchi.
Yuchi. How's
Yeah.
your cooking? So that's me.
How's your kid? Yeah, she was cute actually.
Adorable.
I'll give her that.
Best real. But anyways, so Sakura looks great. Falk looks cool.
Yeah.
Sagat and Cody coming back is
Obviously. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in it. Like that's when Cody's back, I will definitely pick that game up again. I don't think I will pick it up before then though.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't think
I'm
so.
most likely gonna be picking it up like on Tuesday, but like we'll see how.
If it goes on sale too, that's the thing.
Right.
I mean, it more or less is on sale the way how it is because you get like all those seasons. You get season 1, 2 together.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're actually doing like a trial thing where for the first like few weeks or so, you can just play Sakura for free and everything.
That's
So
cool.
like, that's kind of cool. You can do that. So like, you get the thing, and maybe you don't want to get her right away, or you don't want to buy the season pass yet right off the bat. You can be like, I'll play for a little bit, but I want to try her out. They let you do that. It's kind of cool. It's nice that
That
they're
is
gonna do that. It reminds me of what's it called? Back when season 1, when they fucked up and they're like, oh shit, you know what? We'll let you play with I think it was Guile, Alex, and I think Ibuki. They let you all play
Yes.
with 3 or something
Yeah.
for a while.
Remember that,
That was cool. They're doing that sort of thing again.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know. That was,
Honestly, it's just like, is this a character I want to invest in? Well, why don't I play them first before I buy them?
Yeah, like
Try
I'm
with
from
three
what
of
I've seen so far, I'm liking how Sakura is. I'm still gonna be playing the main toppest, essest of tiers of women of Street Fighter, which is
Karin.
Karin.
Of course.
You never leave her. She's
Lord.
the glorious
Yeah,
best.
I hope they never
She's
send me
You know,
if
she's
you can.
gonna be she's gonna stay. She's always gonna stay great. She's always gonna be near perfect. And from now on, I'm going to always rep the great Ojo-sama laugh when I get that critical art finish. So you're gonna get ready for the every time.
Oh yeah, Jay Bizzle, he actually decided that he's gonna get SFV with that
SFB,
money.
boy.
He decided no equal value, SFV all the
Hey,
way.
to be fair, I might if depending on the release of my boy Domon Kashu, the master of the King of Hearts. Depending on his release, I may get what's her face. I may get Gundam Versus as well.
Oh,
then again, at the
damn.
same time, we do have Dragon Ball coming really soon, so it's like,
That's the thing, yeah.
So it's like we'll see. It's a high likelihood though. That's the thing. It's a very high. It's a high chance.
Gotcha.
Higher
Fair
chance than it's a much higher chance than us getting Kara merchandise. Let's put it that way.
I think that was a good time to say us getting cross-tag battle. That was a good time to say that, if you ask me.
No,
I guess. You want to? Speaking of, do we want to that now?
Yeah, you know what? Let's get negative for a little while.
It came up organically. You know what? It's not all sunshine and rainbows here, all right? Look, there are some problems in the fighting game community.
Street Fighter, was making us look happy again. And Guilty Gear getting a new balance patch. Obviously, Guilty Gear is a very good game, but I feel like recently the balance patch has been emphasizing a lot.
You see the title?
yeah. No,
Blaze Blue, Cross, Money, Battle, Money.
no, it's Arc, $ Y, $. But
There you go.
honestly, got to talk. Yeah, Guilty Gear, very good game. But recently, the new patch, it's emphasized a lot of nerfs. And obviously nerfs aren't the most exciting thing in the world, and some very good characters actually got buffed. So that's not the greatest. That's not the greatest thing in the world. But Rev 2 is a pretty solid game, and it's getting a new balance patch. But on the Blaze Blue side of things, the last time we got something was Jubei and a free bounce match. So that was very good on the Blaze Blue side of things. And now we got cross tag battle. It's, you know, I'm not even angry. I'm not angry. I'm not sad.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed.
Not mad. We're not mad at you. We're just disappointed.
It's like when let's say you're a teacher and like the good kid does something bad. It's like, really, you of all people did that?
Yep. If the stoner kid does it, I ain't even mad. I don't. I expect that from him. I expect that from SFV, but I don't expect that from you, Arxis.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, okay, as much Dragon Ball FighterZ looks like an amazing game, but you know, with the whole season pass characters that you obviously see, I don't care season passes. That's fine, but the fact that you have to pay before you know who the characters are, you know, that's a little.
That's not a best practice, yeah.
Capcom did as well, right? And it's kind of like, aw man, Bandai Namco back at it again.
Yeah, you know.
They do season passes very often. They've done it for Tekken, and like the DLC for Undertale is crazy. But it's you know that from Namco by now.
Yeah.
Hell, even the fucking Namco and everything they're doing now. You hear about what they're doing with freaking that Sword Art Online game? The Fatal Bullet?
No idea.
Yeah, you remember when everyone got pissed at Deus Ex Mankind Divided, trying to do this augment your pre-order thing when they're when it's like,
I hate it.
Certain people, if you all pre-order this game, certain amount of pre-orders will add more content to the pre-order bonus, like all this crap, and people got so pissed that they were like, fuck this, and they're like, alright, we understand that was really dumb of us. We're just gonna give everyone that content for like day one and pre-order, you know what I mean? Like the pre-order version and the day one copies of the game got all that content. Yeah, that's how they did it. They fixed it. Namco, Scamco is all like, yo, we're basically doing the augment your pre-order shit with fucking Sword Art Online. And I'm like, dude, like, did you not see like this stuff didn't work with the Deus Ex the other like last year or year before? Like, why are you guys trying this again? And the thing about it is that like, what pisses me off is that like, because it's an anime licensed game, people are like basically brushing this off like, oh whatever, who cares? It's okay if they do this. So I'm like, because it's a freaking anime licensed game, people seem to have this retarded notion that like whenever it's an anime style game or an anime licensed game, people excuse unbelievably retarded shit just because it's a certain brand. Like all the Xenoverse shit that happened of how bad that game was poorly done. Especially the first game, the game had like non-existent freaking like servers. They didn't even work for like 3 weeks. And the netcode itself was terrible, and the actual grinding and all that stuff to get content was really bad. The game has like no local play and all these problems. Oh, but it's Dragon Ball. Who cares? It's so good. It's Dragon Ball. And now fucking Sword Art Online, same thing. Like, I know Sword Art Online is fucking garbage, as overall sense, like everything about Sword Art Online is garbage, but I feel like, since .hack has basically not been doing shit for years, at least we can have like a game similar to .hack, but with a little bit nicer looking titties, and nicer looking graphics. We can at least get a good game. Like, sometimes an anime will be shit, but it'll have good games. Like fucking a lot of things out there, right? But like, I hate when... Sorry, go ahead.
Like Blaze Blue.
Yeah, like Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue has a terrible anime, but it has a great game. That's another way around.
First, though. Yeah, I know.
I know. I look at it as like, I don't know. That's like to me, like Blaze Blue Ultra Memory. It's like whatever, just another fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing. But honestly, that Sword Art Online game actually looks really pretty. Like I can't. It's beautiful, but it's another Sword Art Online game. Like whatever.
Like,
I want to talk about it.
The thing though about like fucking games like that, it's like. I feel like people should like have standards more, which then now brings into fucking Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. We were all hyped for this game when it was announced at Evo, and it looked so like fun. All these characters we all liked together. Because like when it was first like the rumblings of it coming out, we thought it was gonna be just a Ruby fighter, and
yeah,
they kept talking about it. And I'm like, then we see no, it's a fucking Blaze Blue, Under Night in Birth, Persona 4 Arena, and then Ruby freaking Cross, big fucking fighting game. Oh my god, it's so amazing! And I remember the entire time, I'm sitting there going like, yeah, I can't wait for my characters, and now we're hearing like half of Team Ruby is freaking DLC, half the entire game's roster is DLC. So like we have 20 characters base roster, and it's like a random assortment of characters too. There's no like rhyme or reason behind it.
Yeah.
And then like 20 other more characters are going to be coming in as DLC later on, with the 2 Ruby characters as standalone single purchases. They're not like a pack like everybody else is. So I'm sitting there like, I'm never gonna buy this game. I don't care. Unless they completely reverse everything, bring out like a big ass apology and things like that. Like they have to like really pull their ass like full out of the fire in a hardcore way to get me to care about this game again. Because like, I'm not paying extra money to bang yank. Fuck that. That's a pun, by the way.
My only issue is, and we talked about this a little bit earlier today, I think, but they got my boy Ryuji and my girl Makoto. They got a gun against their head, and they're saying, "You want Persona 5 Arena? This game better do real good." And I'm just thinking to myself, oh no. But I don't want to buy that game because it looks like it's going to be not worth my time. But I also really want to see my boy and my girl, you know, in banging. I want to see them in an arena, but at what cost?
No, honestly, that's the thing. It's like if they're gonna pull that kind of bullshit, then to me, in all honesty, if that's the kind of shit they're gonna try and pull on us, okay then, fuck Persona 5 Arena. I don't care. That game can burn in hell.
Let it burn. You know
let it burn. I don't care. You guys gonna have the people who are like, oh, because there's some people out there who are like, oh, I don't care. I love Blaze Blue. I love it. I'm gonna do it no matter what. I'm like, you are the problem, not part of the problem. You are the problem.
Yeah, I would never go that far, honestly. Like another.
Like, we should hold a higher standard to ourselves. Like the fact that, because if let's say this company does this, all the other rest of the gaming industry, they keep a really sharp eye on this stuff. They really look like hardcore at this stuff, what other companies are doing. So when one company does this, another company does the same thing, but then they push it a little bit worse, and then another company pushes it a little worse, and then another person comes in a little worse, and then we have Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Or we have Destiny 2. So like,
honestly, it's like ArcSys has been looking at what Capcom's been doing. It's like, hey, can we do that thing? It's like, no.
You know, it's like cheating off the fucking dumbass in class. Like you don't want to read his notes. He doesn't know the answer, man.
Yeah.
Don't copy him. Holy moly! I
have a few words. Well, I say a few, but it's actually a lot more than a few.
It's alright.
Yeah, initially it was hyped up to be a Ruby fighter. I didn't really care much about Ruby then. Even now, I'm all caught up. I'm all up to date. It's an okay show, honestly. It's alright. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good watch. It's whatever. And you know what? I was like, yeah, sure. Ruby characters, they're cool. There's a lot of interesting fighting styles, especially with the way like they've all been designed to have like guns with them all the time. This is a sword, but it's actually a gun. This is a nunchuck, but it's actually a gun. This is a scythe, but it's actually a gun, and all that stuff. And it's cool. There's a lot of potential. You can just do whatever you want with your characters, and they have like the semblance, which is like a Blaze Blue drive. So again, there's a lot of potential. And then I see the trailer. I'm like, yo, it's all the games. You know, that got me hyped up. Especially same day as Jubei, I was like, yo, this is hype. Like honestly, this is so hype. It looked a little jank on like for first impression. I was like, yeah, but you know, it's early, they'll fix it. And honestly, kudos to ArcSys. I do think they've gone out of the way to fix a lot of the issues when it comes to damage, health, system mechanics, all that good stuff, stages, blah blah blah. So kudos to them. they fixed some of those issues. You know, that's good to them. I will note the positives and the negatives. I want to be very, very strictly honest. So I have to note both of them. And you know, kudos to them. That's pretty good. And then there's like a bunch of leaks, and nobody's believing them. And it's like, oh my god, I just want to see I want to see everything happen, and then and then yesterday comes. There's a Guilty Gear patch now. Like, yo, so what's BlazBlue got in store? And then we look at the Blake trailer, and honestly, I'm not a really big fan of Blake. I'm pretty neutral about her. I really feel
I'm very indifferent to her, honestly.
Very indifferent. Like, I don't dislike her. I'm just very indifferent. She could be out of the cast, and I like feel the same way. But honestly, her sprite, the artwork and the sprite and everything is gorgeous. She looks hella cute. And her gameplay looks pretty nice too. Like, she looks she reminds me of Hibiki from BlazBlue, and I think she pulls it off way better than he does.
Hibiki Kotaku.
Sorry to Mr. J Bizzle in chat. I know he plays Hibiki. I apologize.
Now it's Hibiki of tits.
Well, if he wants to pay it for her, because then Arx has decided this is a character we're announcing in January, but we're gonna tell you like 5 months before the game comes out that she's actually DLC.
Yep.
Wait a minute. That's not right. There's an issue here.
Yo, is this Marvel Infinite? Only worse in every way?
It's a little worse. Like, honestly, if you're gonna criticize Capcom for all the everything they've done, I think you've got to criticize Arxis for this. And it's a little unfortunate because I do think Persona 4 Arena did a fairly decent job of getting newcomers. There's a lot of Persona fans who literally never played anything other than Persona 4 Arena, and then they're like, oh well, I heard this company makes another game, so I played BlazBlue because it has a big story and whatever. Yeah. And then maybe they find people and then they play Street Fighter or Guilty Gear, or they get better at BlazBlue or Persona.
Yeah, it's just a gateway sort of thing, right?
No, it's a gateway to six.
But yeah, it's definitely a gateway game, and that's why I'm okay with it being easier than BlazBlue. I didn't expect it to be harder than BlazBlue, so right, it's cool. It's alright for what it is.
But
20 characters, space roster.
This is the thing about this 20 character thing is that remember back when everyone was flipping their shit over freaking Street Fighter Cross Tekken when that shit happened?
Yeah.
It feels so quaint now, because Street Fighter Cross Tekken, when its base roster when it came out, honestly, even knowing that those 20 characters were coming in, it still felt like a complete game. You had so much content, the characters there were so varied and different, even amongst the Street Fighter 4 counterparts for the Street Fighter side characters who were coming back. They felt very different. You didn't have wall bounce combos with Ryu in frickin' 4. You didn't have Donkey Kick. You didn't have juggle combos of Tatsumaki Senpukek with frickin' Ken, all that stuff. You know what I mean? There was so
honestly,
much,
if you didn't know that there was the hidden DLC characters, if you never knew about it, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought Cross Tekken was a complete game. It had a ton of single player content. It had a pretty good roster. They were pretty varied. The Tekken characters were translated pretty well, in my opinion. Well enough. They were interesting. You got the similar ideas. This is a move that it goes backwards and it's plus on block in Tekken.
Yeah.
This is Kazuya, but in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Right. And he had electrics and everything. It was pretty dope.
What's also cool though about Cross Tekken is that I find it feel kind of a missed opportunity in that this is essentially, when you look at it this way, is that this is a Street Fighter game with freaking 30-something brand new characters right off the bat. When you count the base roster characters and the DLC people and blah blah, I feel it's a missed opportunity that Capcom didn't look at a lot of those movesets from the Tekken side, or even their own originals the Rockman, Mega Man and stuff like that, and didn't think to themselves we could make brand new characters in Street Fighter 5 or a hypothetical Street Fighter 04 or all this stuff. They didn't take those movesets and think brand new characters. I would love to see them translate the Cross Tekken Julia moveset, turn that into a Street Fighter character, proper character. That would be so fun. That was my absolute favorite character in that whole game. I'm not that big of a Julia fan, but she was like amazing to me.
Yeah, and like, you know, another example I could think of, I didn't like playing against him. He was very good, but Jin is such a good character design in that game. He was so well rounded. It was so nice. Like, it was like, you know what? Like against him, he was pretty. Maybe another example, you know, for like a slow moving character, like maybe like Paul or something, or like a counter based character like Asuka. All that sort of stuff. You know, there were some good designs here and there, and I do think, you know, obviously don't let them all have like the mix-up that some of the Tekken characters had. That was a little too much sometimes. Like, right? You know, that's not going to translate very well into a traditional Street Fighter game. Maybe, you know, buff their anti-airs if they go to a traditional Street Fighter game. Maybe nerf their jump-ins or something. But like for the most part, you know, they were pretty unique designs. And yeah, you don't copy-paste them, but you know, you use a tool or two that you thought was interesting. Like
also, what's his face? Like Marduk was pretty unique for a grappler character because he had like those ground pound moves.
It was pretty interesting. Like, I didn't see much of him, but he was cool for what it was. Okay, but before we stray out of the topic again, we're back to cross tag battle, not cross Tekken. Yes.
Funny how both games have cross in the name.
Yeah.
Funky, but like, it's just, it feels so quaint. Like that game, people flipped out over that thing, and now we have cross tag battle doing, in my opinion, a way worser thing than that. There's like the thing with cross Tekken is that like the game itself already looked like it was like fine, and then this stuff happened and blew up everything. This is Arxis showing complete arrogance. Like, yeah, well, we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna straight up tell you that your game is not even half complete, and we're like fucking like 5-6 months before it even comes out. And we know you retards are still gonna buy it. Like, no.
Why?
It's just so strange. That's all.
I've been hearing some people defend it. I've been hearing some people say, "Oh no, it's just Rooster Teeth," you know. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what it is. Just it should have never been like that. It should have released around November. It shouldn't have been that nasty.
Yeah, like if the game is not complete and they're doing this thing, why not? Why? That's another thing that's weird to me. I remember when we were discussing this game's release and stuff, we're all saying like, this game looks too.
It's too early, right?
It still looks too early. This game should come out like fall or like summer or something like that. And then now we're hearing it's coming out in May. Like,
that's pretty fast. We just heard about it like 2 months ago, right? I felt like we've only known about this game for such a short time, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, it's gonna be out.
No, it was around August or so, but like,
was it still?
Yeah, but that isn't even a full year.
It felt like such a short time, to be honest.
You know what? You know what other game had a similar time frame to that? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That wasn't even. Yeah, and that's what I thought. I thought to myself, you know what? Like, BlazBlue has a tradition of releasing in November. That's like kind of their tradition. I don't even know why, but it is what it is.
November or October, yeah.
Yeah, November, October, something like that. You know, the last couple of months of the year.
Yeah.
Or worst case scenario, like Calamity Trigger, the console released
June,
summer.
I think it's like June or July.
Yeah. Man, like, are you kidding me? This game is clearly unfinished. Like, okay, you know what? Like I said, they've done some good progress, and honestly, kudos to them. Like, those new animations, those new rounds, it looks nice.
The game looks good. That's one thing.
It looks like they've been putting in effort. I know it's reused assets, and that's my biggest issue with like half of them being behind a paywall. That's reused assets. That's kind of a big deal. But you know, for the touch-ups they have given, good on them. Good on them.
The effort's there. That's all we ask. But
I'm not gonna criticize the developers. The developers have been doing their job. Good on them.
Yeah.
They can do a better job, and I think they know that. They're taking advice and criticism, and they keep improving on it. Good on the developers. I don't want to say anything about them. But the choices, some of the characters that made it in, like, I'm sorry, but are you telling... Okay, so this is a crossover game, right? And you're telling me that characters like Seth from Under Night In-Birth, or Blake and Yang from Ruby, or even Naoto and Kanji and Teddy. Teddy is the mascot of Persona 4. You telling me like I didn't like Teddy, but he is the mascot.
Yeah, he's the
You
mascot.
telling me the mascot of the game isn't going to make it?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to put in Makoto, important character in Blaze Blue history.
Yep.
I don't know. That kind of rubs me the wrong way. I feel like their priorities aren't straight, if you ask me.
Yo, we have a the fucking Mori's own OC character from when he was in high school. Fucking Hakumen isn't even in the base roster.
Your boy Hakumen isn't?
I'm pretty sure like he was the first character designed for like when he made Blaze Blue. That was like the first guy he made, and yet he's not even in the game.
You got like, I'm really surprised that like, out of all the characters, like they added Rachel and not like Hakumen or Bang. And nothing wrong with Rachel though. She is actually pretty important.
Rachel is pretty important. I expected her earlier than she did.
I expected her like, but not before like Noelle, and surely not like like not without other CT characters like. Don't get me wrong, she is pretty important to the story, and I don't think she's very popular gameplay-wise, but she is ultimately a waifu to some people, and that's a big selling point. That's why Makoto's in the game, if you ask me. I don't think she brings that much to the table. Sorry. That's just me.
She really doesn't.
Personally, I think Makoto should have been taken out, and you take parts of Makoto, you take parts of Bullet, and then put your own unique spin, and there you go, make Yang.
Yeah, put it into Yang. Like, why would you do that, dude?
Like, I feel like this game, like, I feel like this, just right off the bat, like, I knew there was gonna be a DLC thing, but I thought it was gonna be way more characters right off the bat. Like, I was expecting it to be like Blaze Blue CT and CS roster. That entire roster is like in automatically, and then all of Persona 4 Arena, not Ultimax, Arena, that was gonna be in. Like the console.
Well, I do want to interrupt. I do think there's a few characters that wouldn't have made it. Like probably like Arakune or Tao or something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like for like a general speaking way. You think these characters are like shoo-ins, like because they're the first ones.
Tsubaki, Bang, Hakumen, like those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, like you think those characters are gonna be in right off the bat. Hell, even Lychee, she's not even in the game. Like what the hell? I think one of the big waifu characters of Blaze Blue is Lychee. If you don't like Noelle, you don't like Rachel, immediately.
You always like Lychee.
Yeah, like who the hell wouldn't?
Who doesn't? Look at her, man. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, like she's not even in the game, and she's like the technical character. It's like right now I'm looking at the roster for like Cross Tag, and like there's no real like technical character in the game right now, other than Rachel. But like apparently she's like toned down immensely. So like, what the hell is this game for?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, alright then, Blaze Blue Cross Tag become the villain, then the savior is SNK Heroines.
Boy, oh boy.
It's all about
What have we done?
It's all about that. That's it. I'm becoming a professional SNK Heroines player. I already seen the silhouettes, and I've seen a gun in the silhouettes, so that means Fio. So there you go, I got my team, Yuri Sakazaki and Fio from Metal Slug, repping them glasses. Apparently one of the customization is also glasses, because you can customize your characters too. So, glasses on Yuri, I got my dream! My dream!
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm a weird person. I'm gonna kill myself tonight. Alright, anyways, yeah, continue.
I know that Dragon Ball FighterZ beautiful game, really what it looks like. And if you get all you get that, and you get the season pass and all that stuff, it's pretty expensive, And I doubt that Cross Tag is gonna get to that, but you know what? At least it had the decency to sell as a full game with additional content over it. As opposed to like, hey, this is kind of a rush game, but we're gonna feed you some more content.
You know what's the thing about it? You know what I want to say about Cross Tag Val? My only single bit of praise with this recent news. My only single bit of praise. At least with Cross Tag Val, its collector's edition comes with the season pass or like all the all character DLC codes. At least it does that.
you know what? Like, okay, so the game isn't a full price game, right?
As far as we know, but
as far as we know, right?
But to keep in mind, we are in Canada, Canadaland, land
We're not
we're in Poutine land. So that means like when our people say, "Oh, it's not a full price game," it's still fucking expensive for us. So.
For sure, like, and who knows? Like, it's not full price. Like, we'll see what's gonna happen here. But let's say if the season pass is like, well, not the limited edition, rather. Sorry, if that's dirt cheap, then it heals the wound. And yeah, most like collector's editions do that now, I guess. And if it is dirt cheap, if it's the price of a regular game, like overall, it heals the wound. You know, it makes it like, yeah, okay, so you know, I'm buying this game and like there's more content, like let's say Killer Instinct or something like that, like, you know, games like that who do that sort of stuff. But the fact is, you know that this developer went out of their way to tell you, yo, we're gonna release this game really early, without like the main 4 characters of this new series that we're crossing over with.
Yep.
And like without all the main characters of the other series, like where's like the mascot for Persona, where's Seth for Under Night, you know, where are those guys? And you, like, wait a minute, are you serious? Like I said, honestly, I do think if they just released it at 30 characters and gave us 10 DLC, I would have been more okay with that. It would have been similar to the Dragon Ball scenario, where it's like, oh man, oh okay, whatever. Like, and you get over it like a day later when you realize it's not that bad. Whatever. But now it's like, no, this is really bad. This is all some reused assets, who are being sold as DLC, and like casual player. Let's say you're a casual player. Let's just market it towards casuals.
Yeah.
If you're a casual player, let's say like a Ruby fan, you're like, yo, we're like, let's be honest, a lot of them really like Blake and Yang. And it's like, yo, where the hell are these two?
Yeah.
Or, you know, you're an Under Night player, and it's like, wow, there's like only 4 characters or something, or you know, it's like, why would I buy this game? I'll just stick to Under Night. How are you getting them to play your game?
You know, this is a really stupid thing though. Also about Under Night, is like the thing of Under Night. Whenever they show like the fucking the stuff to like advertise it. Same thing with BlazBlue, by the way. Is like they show for BlazBlue, they show Central Fiction's logo, and for Under Night they show Under Night EXE Latest's logo. And yet none of the current characters for the Under Night side are from Latest. And none of the characters from BlazBlue are from Central Fiction.
You got your S.
The furthest. Oh yeah, shit. There's S.
Yeah. But no, you're right about Under Night. And Persona 4 Arena, its logo is vanilla, not Ultimax for some reason.
That's why I was saying, like, I don't think characters like they're saying, like, now it's up in the air who the hell's gonna come in anymore. But like before this really bad news came out, we were thinking like, will Adachi get in? Will certain characters get in? Now it's like, I don't care, whatever, fuck you people.
Right, and like, to be honest, you know, 20 it would be an okay roster if it weren't for the fact that this is a 4-way crossover.
Yeah.
If it's like, a 2-way crossover, like, I don't know, BlazBlue X Under Night, it's like 10 for each, and you're telling me there's gonna be like 10 more DLC or something, and it'd be like, whatever, fine.
Yeah. At least I got my 10, but now it's like,
where not every franchise is like equally treated, and you know, we saw that coming. Like, artists themselves told us it's gonna have more BlazBlue characters, but like it doesn't even all the main characters for all the other games. Like, I expect at least that in my base roster. Is that too much to expect? I don't think it is.
It's too much. No. Come on, so it's a current era gaming industry where everybody's a fucking retard. Unless you're an indie developer, that seems like the thing. Like, unless you're an indie developer, it's like these people are like really retarded.
You know, like, again, kudos to developers on working on where they could get better, because they're realizing their mistakes. Good on them. But when it comes to these business practices, like characters that we don't even know who they're gonna be, when they're gonna release, how much they cost. All we've been told is you're gonna go pay for them. Like, is that really? That's all you're gonna tell me? Like, tell me about them, please. I would like to know.
Am I really gonna pay for them?
Am I though? Yeah.
Come on now. I don't know, that's the thing. Can't hold a gun to my head and make me buy something. You can hold a gun to Makoto's head and I might buy it, but not mine.
Here's the thing though about like that, the thing, like I said before, like I can't in good conscience be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna support this in order for another game to happen. Oh, so they can so they can do something even more disgusting with Persona 5 Arena? Like imagine that, because now it's gonna have precedence.
That's the thing. It's very unfortunate. It's a very damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. If if it works out the way we think it will work out, which I hope it doesn't, but can you do, man?
Like they have this thing happening, but that's like the thing is that we can. I'm honestly expecting. If let's say it happens, like people are stupid and they pay it enough that like it gets the Persona 5 Arena. What's to stop them to be like, we're gonna do something even worse with that game? Like we're gonna give you Joker, fucking what's there?
Like the main crew.
Shit, I screwed myself up. I said Joker and then I said proper name. Ren, that's his name now, Ren. So we're gonna give you Ren, we're gonna give you An, we're gonna give you Morgana, and we're gonna give you fucking Haru, and the rest of the cast is DLC. People are gonna be like, what the hell? We want to play Makoto, we want to play Ryuji, we want to see what you can do with Futaba. You know what I mean? Like, we don't give a shit about Haru. Fucking five head ass girl. I'll be fair, she is a pretty cool character, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, that's a weird choice.
Yeah, I feel you, right? And it's unfortunate that what they did. I've been saying, thinking to myself, like, ever since Arcs has got the rights back to Guilty Gear, Blaze was kind of been like a stepchild, but Netcode's been getting worse. I don't think they're putting in as much effort. Like, Guilty Gear's getting so much effort, and you know what? That's fine. Blaze Blue was still getting good enough effort. Central Fiction is a pretty decent game for what it is. Like, the balance changes with CF2 are mostly pretty well solid. There's a few that make me,
I think they should,
yeah, like there's a few that are,
Yeah, I mean, like they should have, given Hakumen back his instant overhead of Tsubaki on the dash.
Oh no, they shouldn't have. No, they shouldn't have.
I'm joking.
I know, but no, for real. There's a few that are pretty good, and there's a few, that were expected, and a few that were like, what? But for the most part, it's okay. And Jube's pretty fun, and all is well, everything's good. The netcode isn't as good as Guilty Gear for the most part.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And then we hear this, and like, after hearing that Guilty Gear is getting a free balance patch.
Yeah. Literally right afterwards. Like, oh my god, great
really?
news! And then, like, those 4 coma freaking, like, the 4 coma gaijin things with the guys in the
yeah.
Usually it's like they're like they don't care, and then they get cheery. This is like the opposite thing. We're cheering,
yeah,
and then they say this, and we're just like, I sleep.
Big sleep, dude.
Big sleep.
Gigantic.
Like the sleep is so hard. You know when they have the filter shit when it becomes like barbecued or whatever.
Oh my god, barbecued. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Your big sleep is so hard. You barbecue from the filter stuff.
Love it when I barbecue.
Yeah.
Right. Just a lot of negativity. Like, I'm so disappointed to see this from Arxis, especially after, like a year or two of, commending them for fixing their act, being better than Capcom, producing quality games with the good business strategies.
We're the chosen one.
We're the chosen one. Yeah, like
like real talk, man.
Real talk. Dizzy was free week 1, S was free week 1. You could unlock Sin, you could unlock Susanoo. Tyranny came with first copies, but essentially every copy was a first copy. To be honest, they printed so many copies. Like, for the most part, pretty solid choices. You could unlock Kagura, all that good stuff. You could fish or Raven. Like there were so many ways to do everything you wanted to do, and now seeing it go to, hey, half your roster is DLC, like, I don't, some people
Just so you know, like, fuck.
Some people have been defending it, saying, "Oh, well, Arxis isn't a big company." I don't care how big you are.
They're big enough that this shouldn't have been a thing. That's another thing that ever since fucking what's it called, like back in the day when like Continuum Shift was a thing.
Yeah.
People used to always like they talk about freaking Arxis like they're a freaking small ass fucking indie developer with like freaking like 4 people working and like one guy's also the janitor at the same time. Like they talking like they're like small time. No, Arxis is like they're not AAA, but actually to be completely honest, when you look at games like Guilty Gear and you look at like Dragon Ball and stuff, no, you can classify them as like pretty close to AAA now, in my opinion. But anyways, so you got this, let's say AA or AA plus. They're a AA plus company. They can afford to not do stupid shit like this. They're not gonna freaking like, oh man, if you don't buy these things, then I don't know the rest of the names of the people of the company. I'm just gonna say some random like stereotypically Japanese names so I can make fun of some retards. Kensuke Kudagari San Sama. He can't eat because you didn't buy the character DLC for fucking Blazing Cross Tag Val. What about Daisuke Inamori Bankai Sekihoken? He can't go take his daughter out to Korean barbecue because you didn't buy the DLC for Blazing Cross Tag. Oh man. How Shokoken Kakagogagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagagag Josuke. He can't go.
Josuke, I love that.
He can't go and buy his he can't buy himself clothing now because he didn't buy the cross tag belt in the past.
I guess like Arxis are not EA, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft. They're not that. They're not even Capcom. Right?
Yeah.
They're not that big. They're like what? A couple hundred, and they maybe got like a couple dozen people working on this. But a couple dozen people doesn't mean you should be doing something like this where you release half your roster for DLC. That's
it's like a no-brainer, man.
Yeah.
a couple of months before the game's even out. Like, you're telling me they don't have enough time to finish 10 more characters at least and call it a day?
Like, if it's gonna be like this, why the hell are you releasing this game early? You should have just delayed it until November.
Yeah, why is it not releasing at the end of the year? Why is it releasing, like, not even a year after it's been announced?
Like, people... The thing about it is that because it's releasing so early, and, like, the thing is, in my opinion, like, because of how massive Dragon Ball is looking right now, in terms of the fighting game scene, you should have, like, a freaking, like, 9-month grace period. Don't friggin' release any fighting games around that time.
The giant gap. You want people to forget that Dragon Ball exists and like, oh hey, there's this new tag game.
Like, another game that's coming out soon, Under Night, that game's dead on arrival just because Dragon Ball exists.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
The game was already not gonna do well to begin with because it's fucking Under Night. Who gives a shit? But I mean, like,
pretty dead in the West.
Because of Dragon Ball, that game's dead, completely dead. Like, I'm looking at people who say, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it." I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're literally burning money on nothing. You want to play fucking single player mode, serious with yourself? Like, no one's gonna buy this game. Like, I know there's people who love that game, but like, I'm sorry, no one's gonna fucking buy this game. You're gonna play with Japanese players who are gonna body your ass. They've been playing it since like it came out in the summer. You're gonna get pissed off. You're gonna stop playing it, and then wonder, oh shit, I just paid fucking $90 for an anime fighter that nobody bought because Dragon Ball came out like fucking 2 weeks prior or less than that.
And anybody who wanted to play that game competitively already got the Japanese version. Like,
Yeah.
Anybody, like, the only reason the NA version's coming out is for the sake of releasing an NA version, but it's far too late now.
Way too late.
You know, way too late. Like, not only did it come out after CF2, when it should have come out before, that's what Axis said they would do, you know, but no, it's been delayed and delayed and delayed. For what? Like, it doesn't have a Blaze Blue length story mode. Why is it taking that long to just sub? Not even dub, just sub. But to the extent it's being released after Dragon Ball FighterZ, like, what's going on? It's like almost sabotaging them. It's pretty unfortunate, honestly. What's going on? Good movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie, but you know Disney fucked it over on purpose.
It's actually unfortunate. Fucking hell. Great movie to anybody watching. Y'all gotta know that. Especially my boy Mr. J Pizzle. I just have to let you know that's a good movie. Anyways, yeah, that's just that's a lot of ranting I had to get out, but yeah, quite disappointed regarding the situation of Cross Tag. But I am happy to see they're gonna patch and Street Fighter hopefully being better with Season 3.
Any other big news right now? I think it's pretty quiet for the most part. Besides, like, at least in the fighting game world, I don't think there's much else going on, really. Like,
there's what's it called? There is like Monster Hunter's coming out soon, which looks pretty great.
That's gonna be great.
It looks really great. I myself am not interested in it because like I tried multiple Monster Hunter games that have come out recently. Like I tried Try.
I remember.
There was a Monster Hunter Try that came out on the Wii and stuff like that. It didn't work out.
We did Generations together. We tried.
Yeah, we tried. I remember when Generations was coming, I was like, you know, I want to play the Samus Armor. That was my thing. I wanted to play Samus Armor. But then the game is like, no, you gotta be like basically really good at the game to get the Samus Armor. I'm like, all right then.
I'm not gonna be really good at the game then.
Oh, would you like to delete this game off your 3DS? Yes.
Yeah.
That was. I got my SD card was 4 gigs later, immediately.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play the hell out of it. That's for sure. That's a guarantee. I'm gonna play the hell out of Monster Hunter World. That's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna dig my fucking teeth into. Super tough. What else is coming out? Fighter Z, right? What else?
Yeah.
At least for this month. I don't think there's anything else coming out for this month. That's like I can think of at least.
Or in like smaller titles as far as like Intel. I think there's like for people who do have Fire Emblem Warriors, there is apparently the next DLC pack is coming out like early February. I think it's gonna be the Shadow Dragon pack. So like Navarre and some other characters from Fire Emblem 1. So that's kind of cool. So like yeah.
Wait, yo, Nino Kuni, my guy, Nino Kuni's coming up.
Oh yeah.
I actually kind of enjoyed the first one, but the
first one was pretty neat, actually.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I mean, like, I'm surprised that was still coming out. I actually forgot it was coming. Because Sony's not saying shit.
Yeah.
Sony's not saying shit about it. It's like, what the hell, guys?
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
They're saying like nothing about the game.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Sony. They say nothing about any of their games. Like, they barely talk about God of War. They barely talk about a lot of things. It's quite unfortunate. Like, Monster Hunter World didn't get that much attention. Ni no Kuni didn't get that much attention. Far Cry 5 stopped. Like, what else? There's a bunch of good games coming out this year. You know, Far Cry 5, hopefully good. Red Dead Redemption 2, hopefully good. Spider-Man game, hopefully good. I am actually not feeling it. I'm sorry. It's like Arkham, but with Spider-Man.
Honestly, a lot of games have been coming out like that. Like Arkham Asylum like started this trend of this type of game with like this one-button combat with like a second button to parry and
I'm actually
all that
really
other stuff.
Looking forward to that. Like
yeah.
I'm really tired of that stuff, and I don't know. People are really nuts about that Spider-Man game. I'm looking at it like this is like who gives a shit.
Oh, I mean it's nice, you know, a good Spider-Man game, but like come on, this horse.
But is it actually good? That's the thing.
The thing is, there have been good Spider-Man games too. Yeah. Surprisingly, there have been good Spider-Mans.
This horse has been beaten to death, man. We don't want more of this. It's like, hey, this is a new Dark Souls-esque game. Like, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. Please, in my lifetime.
No more sandbox, dude. I don't want to play in the sandbox.
Oh my god, no.
Whoa. Batman is whack. Slow down.
Sandbox. Batman is not whack.
That's unnecessary, man. That's unnecessary roughness.
Batman, I think Batman's pretty good. But I will say, what's it called? Arkham Knight was fucking garbage.
Okay. What I will say, Batman related, is the Batman anime. It's either gonna be an anime or it's gonna be a movie.
Oh,
that is definitely something that everyone needs to check out. Look, just go to YouTube, Batman anime. Check out the trailers. That shit looks super good.
Talking about the ninja one?
Yes, the Ninja Batman. If you have not seen it, do yourself a favor and go check it out. Please do it, because Buggy is voice acting the Joker, and like, it's really all you need. Buggy the Clown's Japanese. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That looks really good.
It looks fantastic. Honestly, it's a movie. Yeah, no, I think it was a movie. Honestly, which is too bad. But that's probably might be for the best. Honestly, that might just be for the best. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm most looking forward to at the moment. I almost forgot about it, to be honest, because it's just not. It's not being advertised at the moment. It just kind of popped up slid into my DM, so to speak. Like I barely even. It just kind of one day it was just there. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Well, can you do?
Anybody got any small minor things that, like, closing statements or anything they want to say?
Check out Wrestle Kingdom 12 if you're into wrestling. That's all I can say. I'm excited for that. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, Alpha versus Omega, my dudes.
Alpha versus Omega. But video game related, if you like fighting games like Dragon Ball, the beta is up as of 3 a.m. tonight until Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think it's until Tuesday.
Ooh.
What day is today? No, I know. Sunday.
Sunday. 14th.
Yeah, so it's up till Tuesday, I believe, the 16th.
It's
really, really fun. It's super user friendly because of the auto combo system. So if you just want to give it a shot, I would definitely give it a whirl, like 100%. Definitely a lot of fun. Very pretty game too.
Yeah, it does look very pretty. It looks very beautiful, honestly.
Play Monster Hunter if you like it. Yeah, it's a really fun game. Like Monster Hunter World is I dare say it's the best one they've done so far. So if you like that kind of stuff too, definitely check that out. Other than that, those are the only two games I'm probably going to be playing for the foreseeable future. And then BlazBlue on the side, obviously, but nothing else for me.
Play Mega Man 11, my dude.
Mega Man 11, when that comes out, that's going to be sweet. It's not going to be another Mighty Number 9. We can hope.
Hopefully not. Oh, I'm already, for that game alone, I'm already happy that they didn't pull a fucking 9 and 10 where, like, oh, it's a Mega Man 11 and we're not going to bring back Charge Shot and Slide. I'm like, come on. So I'm so glad to see Charge Shot and Slide are also in 11.
Oh, Slide is great, man. It's nice to have that back.
We have extra mobility options. We got a speed option. We got that extra damage too. So, like, people can do Buster only runs too if they want that.
Yo, that's the only way. What are you talking about?
And then we got what's it called? Shit, that's cool. What about you, Bram? What do you got to plug in? Do you got anything you want to, like?
What do I have to plug in? Junpei is nice, $9 character, but honestly, holy fuck, man, those $9 were worth being spent.
Where's my Raven Ball function?
Yeah, it's my Raven Ball function, dude. He's pretty fun. Aside from that, I have to say, good on Capcom for doing what they're doing. It could be better, but you know what? Just please be good. I can see that there's some effort. Just please be good, please.
Yeah, man. It's like Third Strike was not, like, people didn't love Third Strike until after its time. Street Fighter 4, it's been time and time again. People just don't like people like hating on Street Fighter in the beginning.
Yeah.
They did not like Third Strike right away either.
Absolutely.
So hopefully AE, or if the subsequent version will finally get it right, but let's wait and see.
Play SNK Waifu Fighters. Kula is for bugs. Just saying.
I'm curious what women are gonna be in that one for sure.
What?
Pugs.
Hugs?
Kula is for
Hugs or Fugs?
Yeah. Definitely Fugs.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
Thugs.
That's she's Fugs. She's wearing that on-hill outfit. She's for Fugs.
Yeah, dude, she's pretty haram. she's pretty haram like
She's
that.
haram,
But
yeah, you know,
that,
you notice how from all those characters, the most wholesome one is Yuri again.
Obviously. She's a kid.
No, she's not. She's like she's like 23 or 24.
it's like May, you know. May's still a kid. Am I
Yeah,
right?
May's a kid still.
Have you seen the ass on Yuri that she's packing?
Oh boy.
That look like that's a 24-year-old.
Look, I'm not about to go to
ass.
jail, my boy. I'm not going to jail.
It's not worth it.
24-year-old. She's only 4 years younger than me.
Jail is but a cell, my boy.
She's,
And, you're not gonna see me
she's
in
old
it.
enough to take this
Oh,
determination.
This
Cool.
She's gonna feel the real knife.
What about you, Saito?
Actually,
Anything big?
I'm still working on the first installment for the Mega Man retrospective. I'm trying to work on. Honestly, real talk to those who have been looking forward to it, it was actually almost ready to do it, and then Capcom decided, hey, by the way, actual new game coming out, and I was like, shit, gotta scrap the entire freaking script for this. Because like I remember the entire script and everything when I recorded it. It was very cynical, very like not the most like positive, because like we didn't have a new game in 8 years, so I was kind of like, hey, you know, we back in the day Capcom actually gave us new games, and I was saying shit like that, and now they have a new game, and I'm like, well, I gotta be a lot more positive now, because like
Damn, they knew.
Life's good now. So like,
and you have to rework everything, huh?
yeah, I had to rework a lot of it, and then on top of that, you know, I had my car accident that happened a few, like in the literally the first day of the year that happened too.
Oh, right. That was really unfortunate. I'm sorry.
So that set me back as well. So that's just pretty bad too. So I'm working on like getting that all settled out into that too.
Speaking of working on old things, speaking on reworking old things, I want to show my boys at Blizzard for once again for working on WoW Classic. Thank you for actually having ears, like maybe 6 years later, but you did it, Blizzard. Just like Capcom, it took you like maybe 4, 6, 8, 10, 20 years, but you did it.
You did it, yay!
Yeah, vanilla WoW servers, baby.
They probably like scoured like freaking like old GameStops and stuff to find like the disc copies of the old game to get that data.
It's funny because there was a vanilla WoW server, but they shut her down.
Yeah, there's been a lot of drama regarding vanilla servers, even till this day, all because of that. There's been so much scandals and corruption, all sorts of stuff. It's quite unfortunate, and finally, it's good to see the developers come back and like, you know what, we're gonna do this ourselves. Yeah. It's good to. Other things that are good to hear, well, not anymore, but maybe 2 hours ago, is that it was your boy Saito's birthday.
It was. That's true.
28 years old, and I've wasted my entire life.
Same.
Honestly, that's the third time I've heard that joke. Still good. It still hits me the same as the first time.
To be fair, to be completely honest, I kind of stole the joke in a way.
Oh yeah?
To be completely honest, it's the original joke is I'm 19 years old and I've already wasted my entire life, and it's from your boy Burger Pants, who works at the Marathon Hotel. Yeah.
Poor guy, and he smokes the cigarette or whatever.
Okay. It's actually his joke, but I adapted it.
I forgot about that.
Mine sounds worse because it's a higher age number.
I knew that sounded familiar, man.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, minor side note to those who know, your boy here is now the fucking like self-appointed freaking Kara ambassador here now, because I campaigned on Twitter for a while. I'm sure some people know about this. I campaigned on Twitter to get Kara merchandise. It got the attention of Fangamer, and they were like, yo, we hear you, we know what you guys want, but like, don't do so much, because like, you know, it's probably annoying some people, but like, we hear you, we're gonna get in talks with your boy Toby, see what's gonna happen, we'll get back to you. And I'm like, damn, they slid into my DMs and stuff about this too. And then, you know, a month or so later, they finally got back to me, and they're like, yo, the team Meister was all like, nah, we can't do this, I don't want to do it. He didn't give him a reason, and I was like, bitch, no reason given? He knows about me, he knows my hustle, what I've been doing, but you didn't want to give me a reason. All right, then give me his digits, give me his email. I'm gonna hit up his ass for it myself. So I hit up his ass, came up to him very professionally. I show passion, but I also show professionalism. And I asked him, "Yo, what up, B? What the fuck's going on? Where my grill at? Where my carrot? Where my knife child at?" And he's like, "Yo, can't do it. It would completely kill off the whole point of this character here, man. It would just defeat the purpose." And I was like, "Yo, but like, what do you mean by that? What do you defeat? What purpose, man? Give me the deets." And he's like, "Nah, I can't answer that." And I was like, "Alright, understandable. Have a great day."
Understandable. Have a great day.
But he did say, we can't do it, but fans, they're not bound by these rules." So I'm like, all right then. I went onto Reddit and I was like, yo, I went up to like different places that do like different like toy freaking communities. And I was like, yo, who here does custom paint jobs and mods for toys and shit? I was like, I want one of you guys to do me a solid, do this shit. I told him my story, told him the deets, and this dude hit me up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna make you the motherfucking, I'm gonna make you this mod, and he's charging me a really low price, really damn low price. Like, it's actually, I actually feel bad. I'm probably gonna give him more than what he's actually charging me, just like if it looks good and shit. Like, I'll give him a little bit more, and if it looks really nice, I'll give you just a little more, extra tip on top of that. On top of the tip. Like fucking Marth freaking F smash, the tip, or when it kills you at 40%. So like,
just a tip.
Yeah, right there. I'm gonna give him that thing, but we'll see. I already the custom official Frisk figure is already on his way to him. When he gets it, he's gonna let me know, and then he's gonna make it and send it back to me, and there we go. Your ambassador gonna have actual merch of your boy, or your grill, or you're both in between, depending on how you swing, because this character is ambiguous, blank slate. Yeah, I'm retarded. I'm gonna kill myself. So yeah. Other than that, I've been, because I'm a really sad individual, I've been going on VR chat a lot lately. You might catch me on there every now and then. You'll know exactly who it is. You see my name, you see my avatar, you know it's me. You know it's me. You know exactly who it's gonna be. But
I had to do it to him.
You know I had to do it to him. But speaking of do it to him, a thing that I've been doing lately, if some people have seen this on Twitch, if they've been watching it, or I've uploaded one example so far, I like to go into this one this temporarily like avatar dungeon area. You can like wear like temporary skins if you're like too lazy to make one yourself.
Right.
So I found one of Frisk that looks similar to my Kara model. And I'm like, you know what? This looks similar. So I'm gonna take this model. I go into a crowded area of like people. I wait until I find a crowd of people who like recognize who I am. I'm like, yo, Frisk, or it's the Undertale guy, whatever. I'm like, all right. I go up to there. I just kind of stand next to them and just kind of look around. I don't say a single thing. Until they kind of forget that I'm there, but I'm still kind of there, and they kind of get back to their own thing. Then I put on that creepy music, the MUS_ZZZC. Put that music on into my mic, and then they're like, oh, what is that? And then they look, and they see me, and then I switch to the Kara model, and then they spooked. Spoopy.
Jeez.
Spoopy, please. What really sucks is like the first time I did this, when I first got this idea, I got exactly the response I wanted. I got people going, yo, it's Frisk, yo, you cool. And then I changed into it, and then they all like they all screamed and ran and everything. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want. Shit, I was not recording.
Yo, get fucked, my dude.
Yeah.
The thuggery.
I got fucked.
Get thugged.
I got fucked.
Alright, well, it's a little late for me.
It's
quite late. Alright, everyone whoever's been watching.
You know what it's not late for? For artists to fix their mistakes.
Oh yeah? It's never too late.
It's never too late to apologize.
Honestly, if the limited edition with all the DLC is like $60, I might consider
it's not that bad at that point, but still, on principle alone.
I might consider looking the other way, but
yeah.
If it ain't that, I'm out. Sorry, dog.
On principle alone, I might not care, but still, we'll have to see. Yeah, also, beta launches in like 45 minutes. If you're already awake, might as well check it out.
I'm gonna try it later. I'm not staying up for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass out. I'm super passing out. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Thank you for having me over again, though. This was a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Honestly, honestly, I like doing this kind of shit. It's actually better, like, especially when people you kind of know and stuff like that. Like, I like having brand new people, but it's also always good to have people you know you talk to on a regular basis.
Right.
It is unfortunate that another two who were going to join us couldn't, but one is sick and the other one he was probably busy with something really good. I'm guessing he probably had some really damn good honey select models or something. That's probably why.
I don't blame him. Like, honestly, like, I've been coughing a little bit on stream. You know, I apologize for that. Like, I'm sure for a lot of people, it's way worse for them. It's, you know, it's the winter season. It happens to us all.
Yeah. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
And it's cold.
Freaking cold.
Well, the cold never bothered me anyway.
Oh,